You already felt it at the gas pump. That same disruption is working through every supply chain that feeds your grocery store. Subscribe now. 13 items already being affected, available today, gone before most people connect the dots. Item 1, gasoline with fuel stabilizer. Gas prices in the United States have already risen above $4 per gallon following the Strait of Hormuz disruption, the waterway through which 20% of the world's oil supply passes daily. Documented by ABC News and confirmed by EIA weekly price data. Gasoline without stabilizer degrades and becomes unusable within 30 to 60 days in a standard container. Fuel stabilizer extends usability to 12 months. A household that stores fuel with stabilizer today has a buffer against further price spikes. The stabilizer itself disappears from hardware store shelves within hours of any confirmed shortage because experienced preparedness households reach for it immediately, and most people have never heard of it. Item 2, over the counter medications in maximum available quantities. Air freight costs spiked dramatically following the Iran conflict's disruption to Gulf shipping routes, directly affecting pharmaceutical exports that transit through affected waters. Generic drug manufacturing is heavily concentrated in India and Southeast Asia, regions whose pharmaceutical exports route through waters now under severe disruption pressure. The medications that disappear first in any supply chain disruption are not the ones people think about in advance. They are the ones everyone reaches for simultaneously when they realize the disruption is real. Ibuprofen, acetaminophen, antihistamines, antacids, and cold and flu medications. Buy the maximum quantity your household will use within the expiration date, today, before the logistics chain that keeps those shelves stocked shows the disruption that is already working through it. Item 3, cooking oil. Multiple varieties, sealed. Palm oil, a base ingredient in a significant percentage of U.S. processed foods, is transported through shipping lanes currently being rerouted around the Cape of Good Hope, adding weeks to transit times. Those freight costs will appear on grocery store shelves within 60 to 90 days. Buy sealed cooking oil in multiple varieties, vegetable, olive, and coconut. Sealed cooking oil stores for 1 to 2 years. A household that stocks 3 months today is insulated from the price spike coming when current freight cost increases work through the distribution chain. Item 4, bulk grain, rice, oats, and pasta. The Strait of Hormuz disruption directly threatens global fertilizer supply. According to the American Prospects documented analysis, approximately one-third of the world's fertilizer ships through the strait. Without that supply, nitrogen fertilizer prices are already spiking, and farmers heading into the Northern Hemisphere spring planting season are facing input cost increases that will translate directly into food price increases at the consumer level before the end of 2026. The crops planted this spring under elevated fertilizer costs will reach grocery stores at higher prices. Buying bulk grain in airtight containers today locks in current prices on calories that store for years. A household that has bulk grain stored does not pay the spike. A household that waits buys at the peak. Item 5, manual, can openers, 2 minimum. This is the item that exposes the single most common failure point in household food storage. A household can own 3 months of canned goods and have no usable food if their single electric or low quality manual can opener fails. Electric can openers are grid dependent. Cheap manual openers fail under regular use within months. In a supply disruption scenario where every meal potentially comes from a can, a functional can opener is as critical as the food inside the can. Own 2 quality manual can openers. Keep one in the kitchen, one in the emergency kit. Lasts decades, costs almost nothing, and disappears from shelves fastest in any emergency because everyone realizes simultaneously that their electric opener is useless. Item 6, batteries, bulk packs across all sizes, EV batteries and semiconductors for 2026 production, are currently stranded in Gulf logistics channels according to supply chain analysts. Battery manufacturing for consumer goods relies on the same global supply chains experiencing maximum stress right now. Batteries are the most universally critical household preparedness item that most people chronically understock. Every flashlight, every emergency radio, every medical device, every smoke detector, and every child's essential item in a grid down scenario requires them. Bulk packs at current prices before the supply chain disruption works through to retail, represent one of the highest return stockpiling decisions available right now. Buy across all sizes your household uses. Batteries store for 5 to 10 years in a cool, dry location.